Hey, welcome. I'm Kristen Wood, and I'm here with your weekly Kiss from Kristen. Every week, I like to give you a keep it super simple tip, something that you can take action on and implement right away and start to see some changes in your health and wellness and your weight loss. So, last week, I was here talking about sleep and how important sleep is in your weight and your health loss, or your weight and your health journey, not health loss. Uh, and the things about it that are so important that sometimes we overlook. And maybe sometimes we think that our activities or the projects that we have are so much more important than the sleep that we need. So if you're struggling with your weight, I want to give you 5 areas today that in these 5 areas, you're going to find a combination, and it's going to allow you to have much better sleep quality and the timing. So I know that sleep can be pretty elusive. I'm middle-aged, and as you reach middle age, sleep is harder and harder to get the quality of sleep. So I get that. And there's a lot of information out there. So today I want to give you just 5 simple things because we want to keep it simple. So just to recap on why sleep is so important. Matthew Walker says that sleep is the Swiss Army knife of health. Sleep can fix all of our problems, and if not fix them, it can definitely improve them. So sleep is important for your immunity. Sleep is important for movement. If you're not getting enough sleep, you're not going to want to move. You're not going to want to have intensity. Sleep is important for your diet because if you've made changes to your diet and you know that those changes should be giving you a weight loss on the scale and you're not seeing that, it could be sleep. Because when we sleep, when we don't get the proper sleep, we are going to see more weight loss come from our lean muscle versus our fat. And when we don't get the proper sleep, our hunger hormones, our ghrelin and leptin, don't function properly. So you don't get the message to stop eating. You're full. You do get an abundance of messages to keep eating or start eating. So we want to get the proper sleep to help those hunger hormones work properly, and then we don't have to feel like we're struggling so much to follow the rules and eat all the proper things. You just eat when you're hungry and you stop when you're full, and you listen to your hormones and you trust yourself that you're getting the proper messages. So let's talk about the 5 areas that we want to look at to get this proper sleep. And the first one is regularity. You want to go to bed and get up at the same time consistently, day after day. And I know weekends can mean one of 2 things for you. Maybe the weekend is your time to get out and socialize and have fun and unwind, and you stay up late. Or maybe the weekend is your time to soak up all the sleep you missed throughout the week, and you just binge on sleep. Either way, you're not sending the message that your body needs, because you may not feel like you want consistency, but your body wants consistency. And so it wants to know that you're going to go to bed and get up at the same time every day. It wants to know that this sleep time is going to happen. So following a consistent get up, go to bed time is going to help your sleep. So regularity. The second one is temperature. Our body wants a cooler temperature for sleeping. So anywhere from 64 to 68 is the temperature range that is ideal for your body. I don't know how I feel about 68 degrees, but I think that's going to make my husband and my dog really happy. The third one is darkness. I know you've probably, unless you're living under a rock, you've probably heard about screen time. Limit your screen time before bed. And that is important. We want to, really take down the blue light before we're going to bed to help get our body in the mode that it's ready for bed. But it also includes fluorescent lighting, overhead lighting, just the regular lighting in your house, just to get all the lights off and really get your body in the, working towards relaxation and going to bed. The fourth one is walk. Now, walk can mean that you get your movement in, and so you're walking throughout the day, because movement is going to help your body get in the mode that it's ready to relax and rejuvenate. And it also means if you are laying in bed for 20-25 minutes and you're just, flopping around, tossing and turning, you can't go to sleep, walk means get up and move, get out of bed and go do something else. And this is because your brain is really associative, and you don't want your brain to associate going to bed with tossing and turning. You want your body to associate sleep with going to bed. So if you're laying there and you're not sleeping, get up, get out of bed and go do something else. And maybe you just go sit in another room and you meditate. If that doesn't feel like something you want to do, maybe you read. If you can read in low light, maybe you read or you listen to something. Now, a lot of people listen to podcasts, and I know some podcasts that I listen to, I find that they really, amp me up, get me excited. I get super alert. So a lot of people I know listen to podcasts when they're driving, because it does give you something to really engage your brain. But maybe you also have a section of podcasts that you listen to that relax you, so that when you're not able to go to sleep and you get up, you can just listen to something that's soothing. Is there someone's voice that relaxes you? Maybe it's just a guided meditation that you're listening to, something that just relaxes you. And the fifth one is caffeine. Caffeine is tricky because it stays in your body much longer than you think. So if you have a cup of coffee at lunch, when you go to bed tonight, a fourth of a cup of that coffee is still going to be circulating in your body. So if you wouldn't drink a fourth of a cup of coffee before you go to bed, maybe you cut back on that coffee earlier in the day, so that caffeine gets out of your system. And it's not just coffee, but get the caffeine out of your system earlier. Now here's the deal. It's not going to be all 5 of those all in that creates your best night of sleep. It's going to be a combination. And this is where you get to be curious. I'm big on being curious about what works for your body, but you get to be curious about what combination is going to suit you the best. But you have to know what a good night's sleep feels like. And that may be tricky for you. So going into this, you may want to go all in on all 5 areas, so that you really get to experience what a good night's sleep feels like for you, and have that good night's sleep for a week. And then once you know, this is what I want to feel like, this is what I want every day, then you can start making adjustments. Maybe you have that cup of coffee at noon. Maybe you scroll through Facebook while you're laying in bed. What are the little tweaks that you make? And only do one at a time. Just make a small shift to give yourself, more leeway on one of those 5 areas, and see how that feels. Because if you've been experiencing a good night's sleep and you make a change, you're probably going to feel it right away. And you're going to know, okay, that one I need to go all in on. Or it's okay to make a shift in that area, and I'm still going to get the quality sleep that my body wants. So you get to be the investigator, the scientist, and figure out what's best for you, because you're different from everybody else. So what works for me might not work for you. So play around with it. But first you do have to know what a good night feels like and then you can start making adjustments. So I hope you got some value out of this. I hope you can give yourself permission to put some of this into action and see what a good night's sleep feels like for you. See how is that going to affect your hunger hormones, and then go forward from there. And let me know. Drop a comment and let me know how this lands with you. If it feels like something you're going to go away today and tonight, put it into action. Start making a change and see what your body wants. Get curious with your body. In all areas, we have to be curious to see what our body wants versus what our neighbor's body wants. So I will see you next week with another Kiss from Kristen, so you can keep your weight and health journey simple. Bye-bye.